A rain garden is a garden designed to capture and hold rainwater rather than allowing it to run off into our storm sewers. It will hold the water and allow it to percolate back into the ground. The rain garden is planted with plants that don't mind being inundated when there is a rain event, but that also grow just fine when we go on long stretches without rain. We need to build rain gardens because as we build our cities and as we build our towns up around us, we create more and more impermeable surface. So rainwater is now hitting roofs, it's hitting roads, and it is washing off into the sewers, and it also picks up speed and is becoming damaging that way. It is a way to not only create green space, but you're creating green space with a purpose. My name is Trevor Smith, and I will be leading the implementation of rain gardens at the Mystic Housing Development. These rain gardens that we're building in Somerville are very important for a number of reasons. Somerville has a lot of impervious surfaces and a huge stormwater runoff problem. We aim to create jobs or inspire entrepreneurs to build and maintain rain gardens and green infrastructure within the city.
This project grew out of an initiative where we were looking at the type of work and jobs that would grow in relation to the climate changing in New England. We were interested in how the economy was going to shift and what that meant about work and how to prepare the workforce for that. The possibilities inherent in stormwater management are huge, and there are lots of opportunities for lower skilled folks to enter and then to move along a career path to get to a job that is more likely to be able to support their families in the long run. The types of jobs that we're demonstrating have to do with green landscaping and people who work in nurseries, but there are other kinds of jobs that are created with this type of work as well. People who focus on pervious pavement, people who educate the community about the need to preserve and how to use their water more appropriately, lab techs, people who test the water, all the way up to landscape architects and engineers who do really much more complex green infrastructure designs.
I like to think of rain gardens as part of a larger system of green infrastructure. Green infrastructure is a collection of different ways to keep water where it falls. It can be something as complicated as a green roof that has trees and places for people to sit, all the way down to a simple rain garden or permeable paver installation. So whenever there's a rainstorm, usually within that first inch of rain, the majority of the pollutants that are on any hard surface are washed off. And it's always in that first inch of rain that most pollution occurs. And so that's what we want to catch. That's really the most important part that these rain gardens are serving, is being able to collect those pollutants off of any asphalt parking lot, sidewalks, and roofs, and being able to put that in one area where plants can clean that water and help absorb those pollutants before they end up going into the system.
We are going to spend some time excavating, and we are going to take all of that topsoil, which is the most nutrient soil that we have, and we're going to turn that into raised beds. We are going to build a berm along the community garden and actually plant those with many beneficial plants that will attract pollinators, bees and butterflies, that will also help pollinate all of the vegetables within the community garden. We are planting this rain garden with native plants from the New England Wildflower Society. These plants are very important, not only for managing the stormwater and removing the toxins from the water itself, but they also provide habitat, food, and shelter for native animals, and above all of that, they're beautiful to look at. Across the country, there are severe droughts and severe water shortages. This is in part because certain areas of the country aren't getting any rain. But the other portion is that when the rain does come, it just washes out and away, and we don't capture any of it and allow it to move back into the ground.
A lot of this work and this rain garden here is being a showcase piece of saying, well, what does it look like at the very beginning stages of what a true resilient city really looks like? And how do we get from a simple rain garden at a housing authority to a master plan for an entire city? How do we train the next generation of construction workers, of landscapers, of designers and architects who have to understand how these things actually go together? The main reason for doing good green infrastructure really is money. The ability for a city to invest in this type of construction will help them in the long term in terms of having reduced costs associated with infrastructure issues down the road. As sea levels continue to rise, as climate continues to change and we get different types of weather, being able to have the appropriate type of infrastructure to take that in is going to be very, very important. And the city will have to spend less money on fixing things because they'll have done it right the first time. A rain garden like this is something that other cities can look at more closely and say, how can we have this in our city too?